My world. No one cares about my world.
My world.
Because from the gutters I've seen and heard things you could never comprehend. From rapes and murders, people beaten and slaughtered, children abandoned by fathers and mothers, drug deals gone bad, bullets ricocheting. And I'm so glad for these concrete walls built like jail bars. You wonder why I'm so distant, refusing to become emotionally attached to the world you live in. So many of my dreams have been shattered. So many tombstones and caskets. I've walked amongst the living dead and they say hell is bad.
Hell is bad.
I've even been tortured by unspoken thoughts because even word of mouth will get your mouth taped up. Welcome to my world. When we say life's hard because silver spoons aren't passed out. And most relatives drown their sorrows until they pass out. And addictions are like opinions, and everyone has one. It's hard to picture my world without crack, weed, or guns. It all boils down to money, though. They say it's the root, but without the seed, there's no germination. So I ask the question, how could it manifest if it wasn't crime-infested? Liquor stores on the corner and places we can pawn our souls for a quarter. A mentality that makes it easier to rent or pawn our daughters and our sons.
Our sons
are trapped in a criminal system that only wants to exploit us. But you see, I still have dreams like Martin. I speak my mind like Malcolm. So why must I feel like Kunta? Lost in a world where there's plenty of room for me and you. Educate me, so I don't go through the same things my ancestors went through. I'm starving, and a little knowledge will help me from robbing. Welcome to my world. Now pause.
Good morning, America. Breaking news, deadly church shooting. Tragedy in Charleston. At least 9 people killed overnight in a massacre in an historic black church.
I do believe this was a hate crime.
The Charleston County Coroner's Office says 19-year-old Denzel Cornell died of a single gunshot wound to the head, not a gunshot wound to the back, as was reported on social media.
The case out of Florida that has sparked so much controversy nationwide. The unarmed teen shot and killed by a local community watch member.
Another community is in disbelief, shocked by devastating violence, this time at that Florida high school on Valentine's Day.
Think about what I just said. I'm not so distant anymore. My mind is open. It's almost free and clear. It's still some things that I must bear. I've never told or expressed my feelings to anyone, but can you give me a chance? I've been stuck in my world for generations. My world is neither black nor white. My world comes to a job interview in rags. My world created the saying, only the strong survive. Because my world is poverty. America, can you help me? Can you show me? Can you teach me? How to become a part of your world? Because our worlds are not the same. America.
This life isn't hard, this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. This life isn't hard, this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. It seems the more I look out, the more the nigga hate. The more moves that I'm making, the more my bitch inflate. I try to kick this knowledge, but these niggas think I'm playing. I try to help them stack, but they think these streets are game. I almost lost my life 3 times behind this dirty game. I almost lost my nigga crawling, playing with this coke. I almost lost myself behind street money and fame. I lost my nigga me that showed me never show love again. Ain't no love where I stay, so I gotta keep that thing. Cause I can't take your chances playing with this nigga's fame. They say it's hell on earth, I say it's a hell of game. For what it's worth, if I take your life, I hope this life stays hard.
1944, George Stinney Jr. was just 14 when a rush to judgment sent him to his death in South Carolina's electric chair. Convicted in the murders of two little white girls, Stinney's trial reportedly took just 3 hours. The all-white jury deliberated just 10 minutes. Now, 7 decades later, attorneys for the Stinney family ask for a new trial to clear his name.
George Stinney could not have committed these murders. I think George Stinney saw those children, but I don't think George Stinney was the last person to see those children.
This life is hard, this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. This life isn't hard, this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. I put my trust into me, niggas trying to keep it cheap. I put my trust into me, trying to stay out these streets. It's a crooked world, ain't no love in the street. It's either life or death, my dog, it ain't no in between. It's consequence behind your actions, don't let them catch you sleep. Cause niggas snitching, niggas telling, giving up they team. They turning on the saints, and they help them stacking meat. They turning on the saints, and they put them on their feet. And bro, these they ain't no better thinking with your meat. I had your ass out, looking dumb, this life ain't sweet. Lose that check and watch her flex, just when she called it beat. Lose that check and watch her flex, and now she's flexing missing.
In South Carolina was in the act of committing armed robbery when the police showed up. They had their police dog, Fargo, with them. Fargo chased down the criminal, biting him in the leg. The man was just sentenced to 35 years in prison for killing a dog.
All this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. This life isn't hard, this world just so cold. They wanna see you fall instead of watch you grow. They hate it from the start, they never was your walls. They rather see you fall than standing on 10 toes. Life isn't hard, this world just so cold.
Cray